Hi, I'm Rohit Dhamankar at Click Security. A key component of our solution is what we call as Dynamic Workbook. Dynamic Workbook gives any security analyst a never seen before leverage into manipulating all the different telemetry data he's collecting. So you can think of a Dynamic Workbook as a very lively spreadsheet that is getting filled with information from all kinds of different sources. And not only is it filling with the information, you have a set of tools with which you can manipulate the information. You can filter this data, you can augment this data, you can view the data in very many formats. So how does a dynamic workbook change all that? You have access to all this data live, you are filtering on it, and you can augment the data in any way and fashion you want. So you can have this millions of rows of data and basically sort out 100,000 records of your interest. Now once you have done that, you can then further drill down into the data without losing that basic view. And you can drill down the data in, again, different formats. You want to look at like a spreadsheet, you can do that. If you want to look at in various statistical charts like bar graphs, histograms, you can do that. And we also have a unique plasma view, which a lot of people find very interesting because they're able to drill down anomalies just by looking at this chart. So this is the power of the dynamic workbook, and it helps an analyst actually either figure out the exact anomaly in his network or to help lock it down. So the dynamic workbook at the end is not replacing a security analyst, but what it is doing is helping the analyst do his job in a very productive and a very useful manner. So what does the Click Dynamic Workbook really bring to you? The workbook has live data, which is raw log data. We also have a lot of process data, which you can easily access. You have this data available in various formats. You can very easily augment this data. For instance, if you want to find a geolocation for an IP, that click, the geolocation click, is readily available for you to augment the data. The same thing with an Active Directory server. If you want to find out more about the user, you can instantly do that. And the workbook allows you to do all of this and more, because you can view this data again in various different ways. You can view it as a straight spreadsheet. You can go and view various statistical charts. You can do a plasma view, which is very interesting, and a lot of people find anomalies just looking at the plasma view. And the workbook also allows you to store one of your filtered searches. Whatever you have figured out in terms of anomaly in the network, you can store that search, and you can use that later again to find a similar anomaly if it happens. So in a sense, the workbook is making the task of security analyst very much easier, reproducible, and much more productive.